Welcome back to the 801 Diaries podcast. I'm Abby, and Emily's not here. Why is that? Oh, because it's Emily's birthday! Happy birthday, Emily! Woo! Everyone join me in wishing Emily a very, very happy birthday. It's very exciting. It's very sad we can't be together to celebrate her birthday, but I hope she's having a great time. Across the pond, we are saying happy birthday. So, happy birthday, Emily. In this very special episode of the podcast, I thought I would tell some of my favorite Emily stories, some Abby and Emily stories, some of the hijinks we got up to together. So, happy birthday, Emily. Let's tell some stories. A couple years ago, a couple of our friends and us decided that we wanted to go camping. Now, if you know me, I am not a camper. If you know Emily, she's more of a camper than I am, but I am not a camper. And this was like it was a church activity, great big activity with like hundreds of people. It seemed like there were so many people out there camping. Now, the church group we were in at the time did not have a lot of Utah natives in it. So naturally, a lot of people did not understand what the mountains of Utah kind of are. And it had rained so gosh darn aggressively right before we drove up the mountains to go camping with all of these people who did not know how to camp. Or to camp in Utah. Because I feel like Utah mountains are very specific, very different mountains. You got to know how to do Utah mountains. But we had all of these people who had honestly never been around mountains at all, going camping in the absolute mud, like insane mud. When I think about this is so funny. It was the fact no one got in an accident trying to drive up this dirt road to this camping spot we had decided on was a miracle. But we had people in like their little sedans driving up this dirt road. It was terrifying. But Emily is a great driver. She was driving. She can handle the elements great. So we're driving up there, and again, I am not a camper. I hate camping, and I do not like sleeping on the ground. I don't like sleeping in a tent. It seems like it's a lot of work just to be miserable. I don't know. I just don't get camping. But anyways, we were going on this camping trip. So we decided, me, Emily, and our other friend, we were going to sleep in her car. Like just in the back of her car. We were all going to just sleep back there. And that was great. It was going to be great. And we were going to make it work. But so we get up there, we're surrounded by all these people who are just making an absolute disaster of the drive up there. We make it up, we get parked, we get unpacked and everything. I have to like sit in the car and cool down for a little bit because the drive was really that stressful because it was so muddy. But we get out, Emily is being Emily and just taking care of everything, helping everyone out, doing what needs to be done. So I get out there, we start helping. We end up having a very fun night, playing games, having a good time. We get to go to sleep. Remember, we're sleeping in the back of Emily's car. Emily's car is big, not that big. We had 3 adults in the back of this car. And so we decided that Emily and our friend were going to sleep vertical, and I was going to sleep at their feet, kind of horizontal. And we had a whole bunch of people in this car at one point, but that's a different story. And so we get ready for bed, and I'm exhausted. I'm so like just done with the day, don't want to be there. I was ready to go home the minute we showed up. Anyways, not my best moment, but I was ready for bed. We lay down, go to bed, and we wake up like an hour or two later, like sweating to death. The car is moist from our breath, like awful. So we decide we're gonna just open up her sun visor, what's that called? Sunroof. We're gonna open up her sunroof just a little bit, just to get some ventilation, maybe crack a window, something like that. And I was done being at the bottom because everyone had like slid down. I was being kicked the whole night. I'm like, you guys are making room in between, and I am sleeping in the middle. So we rearrange. It's like 3 a.m. It starts raining a little bit. So we start getting rained on because the sunroof is open. It's a whole thing. And then it's like 3:30 and we are up. We are wired, ready to go. So we spent like an hour and a half awake at this camping trip in Emily's car, just like chatting, laughing so hard because the situation we were in was so absolutely ridiculous. Like, how on earth did we get here? We will never understand, but it was just such a good time, so funny. So I really appreciate Emily helping me glamp because I hate camping, and she has slept in my car another time we went camping where I refused to sleep on the ground. So Emily will always help me camp and make it glamping because I hate camping, and she really does the most to make sure that I have a good time and I enjoy myself. So thank you, Emily. But we were just delirious at 3:30 in the morning after being rained on. It was just a whole mess of things, but it was so much fun. We were just laughing so hard. Such a good time. I love that story. Another story is we were working on redoing this like commercial property. This one unit in this commercial property, we were helping kind of redo it. And the warehouse area the whole thing needed a lot of work, but the warehouse area in particular needed quite a bit of work. And everyone was out of town. Somehow it got to the point where there was like a six foot high by probably 3 foot wide section of wall that needed to be replaced. That was 12 feet in the air, and everyone was out of town, and it fell on me and Emily to replace this wall. We had to re-put up the drywall. We had to mud and tape it all. It was the whole thing. We had to do this whole wall. And again, it is like 12 feet up in the air. Kind of crazy. And so we rigged up like 3 different ladders so one of us could hold, because drywall is heavy and it's thick. I don't think people who have never seen it don't realize how thick it is, because you always see in media people punching through drywall. It is so thick and so heavy that we had like one person trying to hold it up while the other person was screwing it in. And Emily, for all of her wonderfulness, is a little bit afraid of heights. She's a little bit afraid of heights, and we were very, very unsafely on these couple of ladders trying to get this up. But she absolutely pushed through, killed it. We were able to get it in. It's one of my proudest moments, and I think one of her proudest moments too, because if you would have told us like an hour into it that we were going to be able to get it done and we weren't going to rage quit in just absolute frustration, we would not have believed you. If you would have asked me a week ago if I even knew how to install a wall at all, would have told you no. Emily really took the lead on this, but we were able to put this wall up. And is it like, the greatest job in the whole entire world? No, but we killed it. We did such a good job, and we were just laughing so hard. There's this picture of us afterwards just covered in dust, absolutely covered in dust. We had to like take a little break to go to our niece and nephew's birthday party. And so we had to go home, like change, get ready, and then go back. It was a whole thing, but it was so much fun. We had such a good time. And Emily, you may not know this about Emily, but oh my gosh, you may not know this about Emily, but she is so freaking handy. She can replace a wall. She can replace a car wash. Like, she is so, so handy. And she taught me how to fix a wall, or redo a wall basically, because we killed that. And it was up so high. These ladders, I think I do have a picture somewhere. I wish I could share it somehow, because it was not safe at all. I do not recommend anyone does that. Get the proper scaffolding, not just like ladders wedged up next to each other. But genuinely, so impressed with us. We killed that. So this next story takes us back a couple of years. I think I was 16 when this happened. I might have been 15 or 16. We were down in St. George for the 4th of July. So we went to the Hurricane City fireworks show because they do a great fireworks show. But it was at their like baseball field, something like that. I'm not exactly sure where it was. I've kind of blocked this memory out as much as I can. But we were at the baseball field. And people get a little rowdy on the 4th of July. I don't know. We were waiting for the fireworks to go off. Everyone was just saving their spot waiting. And someone, I'm not sure who it was, I'm sure they've never admitted to it, started lighting off their own fireworks, like kind of just in the middle of the baseball fields. And we are all sitting like in the sand of the baseball field, basically. And somehow, I don't know if it was windy, hurricane's really windy, so it might have been windy. This firework tips over and starts firing off directly at me and Emily. I have never seen her move so fast. She jumped up. We were like huddled over trying to escape these fireworks shooting right at us. It was actually really scary. A couple of people got burned. No one got like seriously hurt or really even hurt that bad, but people did get a little bit injured. But we still talk about this to this day because it was terrifying. I swear we have PTSD from this being shot at by a live firework. It was crazy. It was so crazy. So now every time we like light off not homemade, but like fireworks at home on the 4th of July-ish time, we are always very particular to make sure that they do not knock over, because seeing one shoot right at you was insane. Absolutely insane. So my last kind of stories is, I don't know if it's really even a story, but it's something me and Emily used to do, which I think is so funny. So when we lived together, there were a couple of TV shows that we loved to watch together. Criminal Minds was a big one. We'd watch 24. I'm trying to think. Criminal Minds is like the main one. When I think of our time living together, I definitely think of Criminal Minds, because we love that show. But we would sit on the couch. We would like make a bag of popcorn and just watch Criminal Minds for like hours. It seemed like late into the night. We would just be sitting there watching TV, hanging out, having a good time. And I just love that. We had so much fun watching these shows, and we would stretch, if you know what that means. You know what that means, but we would stretch. And I feel like that's just such like a quintessential memory of our time together, was us sitting watching Criminal Minds. I'm trying to think, what other shows did we watch? We watched Criminal Minds, we watched 24, we watched Bridgerton, big Bridgerton fans. There were just a whole bunch. So now whenever like You season 5 just came out, and we watched You separately, but we watched it like around the same time. And so You season 5 came out. So I feel like TV shows are something that we really are passionate about together, and we would watch them together, which was a lot of fun. It was a good time. Also, Emily hasn't watched You season 5 yet, so when she does, we will definitely be talking about it on the podcast, because holy cow, that was insane. I finished it. She's working on it. But yeah, I'm trying to think. I think those are all my stories I wanted to tell. We had so much fun all the time. I mean, there's like other ones. One time, I'm trying to think of what we've told on the podcast before and what we haven't. One time she bleached my hair. So we did like a halo on my hair of bleach. So there was a halo of blonde, and then the rest of it was brown. And she killed the bleaching. The first run through was a little rough, but she absolutely killed it. And I loved it so much. She did such a good job. She also, another hidden talent of Emily's, she's also a hairdresser, which she absolutely kills at. I would let very few people touch my hair with bleach, and she did such a good job bleaching my hair, because it was not an easy task that I had tasked her with, especially touching up the roots, because again, it was a halo, so half of my hair was brown and half of it was blonde, and it just looked kind of wild. So she killed that. She killed that big time. There was another time when we went and got like 100 sushi rolls. We love Sapa Sushi in Salt Lake. It was one of our favorite places to go when we lived in Salt Lake. So if you haven't been to Sapa Sushi, go get Sapa Sushi. But we would go there all the time. But this one particular day, I think we had just finished Christmas shopping or something like that. And we like went, I think we got like 2 or 3 rolls. They brought out like half of them, and we probably got like 3 or 4. We probably got 3 or 4 rolls. Brought them out, and we got through like half of them, and we were still starving, like absolutely starving. And we're like, this is not going to be enough food, so we need more food. So we ordered like calamari. We ordered a couple more sushi rolls. They bring out the rest of our rolls that we ordered on the go the first time. We finished those, and we are full. However, we have just ordered all of this food, so we had to eat all of this food. It was honestly so impressive that we were able to do that. I tip my hat to like past us, because we ate so much sushi that day, and it was delicious, and I have no regrets. It was such a great time. But that was it's just like such a like quintessential memory of ours, you know, the time we had 100 rolls at Sapa Sushi. But I think that's it. That's all I wanted to share. Happy birthday, Emily. I love doing this podcast. We have so much fun. I hope you guys enjoy it as much as we enjoy making it, because we really do have such a good time coming up with ideas and filming and editing and hearing from you guys. We really do love this. And I love that Emily was so game to do this podcast with me, because it has been so much fun. And we love doing it. And we hope that I'm making another one of these next year, that we're still around having a good time. But yeah, I love you, Emily. Thank you so much for all you do for me. And thank you for being the best sister ever and podcast co-host ever. And I love you. And we'll see you guys on Friday. Bye.